morning. Today our topic is database schema and database instance. So, what is database instance? First, what is the database? Database instance. A database instance means a data which is stored in the database at particular moment of time. That means a data which is storing in the database. We are storing the data in the database at particular moment of time is called database instance. Actually the database is changed frequently. I mean user can change the data every time. So if he want to do any changes and if he want to do any addings in the data, then he can add the data in the particular database. Particular at the time of the moment of the time is called instance, database instance. Okay. So a data which is stored in the database at particular moment of time is called database instance. So this is the database instance. Next one is schema. First you should know what is the schema. Schema is an overall design of the database. Okay. So overall design of the database is called schema. Schema has some schema objects like record names, tables, views, column names and constraints, a candidate key, foreign key. These are the schema objects. Okay. And schema can show the some aspects of the schema objects only. It doesn't show the total aspects. Okay, it can show only some aspect. I will show you the example. For example, this is the student schema. Here it can display only the student ID and student name and class, but here it doesn't contain any data and their relations. Okay, it's just showing the what the database have. Okay, it doesn't have any object, I mean any data and their relations. It can show some aspects only. It doesn't show total entire data what it have. Okay, so this is the schema. And next one is database schema. Database schema. The database schema is a skeleton structure of the database. That means it can represented in the form of visual diagram. That means it can shown in the table format and it has some attributes like data and the relationship. It can have the relations with each other. Okay, this can be shown in the table format. Okay, this is the database schema. So in the database schema we have two types, that is physical schema and logical schema. I will show you the diagram of physical schema and the logical schema. This is the database schema. Here student ID, student name, student class. This is the logical schema and this is the physical schema. Here we can have database contains data. So in logical schema, this will be developed by this database schema will be developed by the database designers. Okay, this total structure is designed by the database designer to help the programmers. Okay, so this is the physical schema. That means here what we can learn, physical schema can tell which type of data is stored in the database, and what are the relations or exists among them. Okay, so this physical schema can define which type of data is stored in the database and what are the relations that exist among them. And this logical schema just define the, in Oracle what we will do, like tables and how to insert the table. We can write the some code for that. Create employee name. You can create the so many tables and database. That process will be performed in the logical schema. That means this is a program. This is the database, our database. So that we can call it as physical schema. So that this is the programming method. So that we can call it as logical schema. Okay. This is the total database schema. And next one is data independence. Data independence. So, in previous class, in 3 schema architecture, we known about the internal level, external level and conceptual level. In that level, we already learned about this database independence. That means, if we did any changes in particular level, that will not affect it to another level, another higher level of the schema. That means, if we want to do any changes in particular schema, that will not be affected to next higher level schema. Okay. For example, in 3 schema architecture is this is the external level. Okay. And this is the conceptual level. And this is the internal level, and this is our database. Okay, so this is our database. This is actually 3 schema architecture. In this, if there is any changes in particular schema, you can also call it as a conceptual schema. You already learned about this external schema and conceptual schema, and internal schema you can call it as. Okay, so database independence means if any changes are performed in the particular schema, then it will not be affected to another level, any other level. Okay, of course they are interrelated. There is some relation between them. Okay, they are interrelated. But if there is any changes in the particular level, but they are not affected, that is called database independence. Okay. There is 2 types of independences, that is physical data independence and logical data independence. Okay, so these 2 are the 2 types of data independence. First one is logical data independence. We can discuss. If there is any changes in the conceptual level, in conceptual schema, if it is capable of changing the schema at this level, but it will not affect it to the external level, and so that we can call it as a logical data independence. Logical data independence. And what will do the logical independence? This logical data independence can separate the external level from the conceptual level. What is happening? This logical data independence separating these 2 levels. Okay, these 2 schemas are separating from the by using the logical data independence. Okay, and this is occurring in the user level. Okay, user interface level, this was occurring. If there is any change in the conceptual level data, then it will not affect it to user view of the data. Okay, if there is any changes in the particular level of the data, it will not affect it to the user view of the data. And next one is physical data. Physical data independence. In this, if there is any changes to update the internal schema level, it will not affect it to conceptual schema level. Okay, I mean here some changes are updating, but this is not affecting to the conceptual level, and this physical data independence is separating the conceptual level from the internal level schema. Okay, the physical data independence is happened here. Physical data independence. And one more thing is, if there is any changes in the internal level, I mean physical storage structure is changed in the internal schema level, then here the conceptual level storage is, I mean conceptual level structure is not affected if there is any changes in the internal level schema. What is internal level? Actually it can shows the physical structure of the database. So if there is any storage structure updations in that particular level, this cannot be affected. Okay, and this will be occurred in the logical data independence level. Okay, this is the logical data independence. These are the database instance we learned in this class, and what is schema, and what is the database schema and database independence. So these are all the topics are in the part of DBMS. If you like the video, please subscribe and follow me. Thank you for watching. Thank you.